When discussing the song Deck the Halls, I think the first thing that should be done is, I don't think kids know what a boughs of holly is. I mean, you know, a bough is a small branch of a specific type of tree, and holly is well, I think people should show people, and go ahead and leave links down below to show people what holly actually looks like, what they would be seeing, and show them what a dancing hall would look like. When they talk about deck the halls, they're talking about dancing halls, okay? Back in the 1800s, they would have had dancing halls. People would have invited a bit of a huge party. Maybe show a picture or two of the dancing halls that they would have been invited to. Another thing that really surprises me is why nobody has put up on anywhere, from Facebook to YouTube to whatever, what gay apparel would have actually looked like back in the 1800s. I mean, you can't expect kids to sing about gay apparel when they have no clue as to what that would actually look like. I think some people would get a real kick out of the flamboyant clothes that people would have worn over Christmas time when going to a dancing hall. That would have been, well, it'd have been hilarious. I think it would be hilarious to see what kids would think of attire at a dancing hall during that time of the year. I think they really get kicks at seeing what that stuff would actually look like, especially back in the 1800s. But what really interests me is they get upset about gay apparel, but they don't think about the word Yule, Y-U-L-E. I think that word should be more upsetting right there. And that is especially true of somebody who is Christian like myself, because Yule is a pagan winter festival. We're actually teaching kids about Yuletide carols and Yuletide treasures that are involved in a pagan winter festival. And we're not getting upset about this? What are we doing, Christians? Why aren't we saying, this is wrong, you shouldn't be teaching our kids this kind of stuff? This is the part of the song that I would be more outraged about. I don't give a rat's behind about gay apparel. Okay, it's funny, it's ridiculous, it's a good laugh, be done with it. But that Yule, we should not be encouraging our kids to learn about pagan festivals, except for the fact of telling them that pagan festivals like that is bad. Okay, the bad part about it is that you don't just sing about it and have a good laugh from that period of time. You're now getting involved in worshiping the pagan festival of Yule. We should not be doing that as Christians. We should remember what the real reason of the season is all about, and that is about Christ. That Yule is something we should be getting upset about. We shouldn't be singing Deck the Halls in our Christian churches because it is talking about a winter festival, a pagan winter festival that goes against our theology. What are we doing, people? We're just sitting back and letting it go. I think that should be objectionable. We shouldn't tell our kids not to sing Deck the Halls because of gay apparel. We should be telling them not to sing the carols because we are honoring a pagan winter festival. That's why we should be objecting. And it's time for our Christians to stand up and speak up and say, we are not singing that song because it's telling us that we should be honoring a pagan winter festival. And that's the truth. So, I think that they overblew this thing with the gay apparel. I think kids will get a real good kick and a laugh out of seeing what these people would have dressed up in the late 1800s going to a dancing hall during this kind of a winter festival. But we should be objecting to Yule. Yule is sickening. And anybody that, any Christian that doesn't find that sickening, well, they need to review their Bible. It's that simple. Alrighty. So, if you guys, like I say, if you guys want to show us boughs of holly down below, or you want to show us what gay apparel would have looked like back then, leave links down below. But we should be objecting to Yule. We really should. So, anyway, this is Ted the Speed Learner signing off. I'll tell you more in a future video. Stay tuned.